Welcome class 10 students. Welcome to Academic English Digital Learning organized by Vivekananda Mission School, Gandhigram, Godda. So here is a gift for you for class 10 students in this lockdown period on the behalf of Vivekananda Mission School. So what kind of gift have I brought for you? This is a kind of gift which will be beneficial for your career. So let me disclose the gift. Let me tell you the name of the gift. The name is none but the complete elaboration, paraphrasing, and English to English translation of the story, The Sermon at Benaras. So, this is a kind of new title for you, Sermon at Benaras. So, if you are quite well known about the story, then it's not new factor for you. But if you don't know the story, at the same time, if you have little bit concept about the story, stay tuned with me because I will be very much beneficial for all students because this video will be very much beneficial for all students, those who don't know about the story, who have little bit concept about the story, and those who are quite well known about the story. So that means all round elaboration of the story I have done. The video is not only for one particular kind of students, it will be helpful for each kind of students, those who are average, those who are excellent, and those who are little bit poor. So stay tuned with me till the end of the video. So let's begin the text. Students, could you identify this picture? It's quite easy to understand. The picture is really readable. The picturized version of the story I will present again and again. So it will be very much helpful for you to understand the story. So here it is, the first picture. So what kind of picture it is? It is the picture of a child who is sleeping on the bed. So who is this child? This child is supposed to be a royal child because the king is standing over there. And few pious persons, few religious persons are standing over there. So a lot of people are standing over there. They are too much curious. They are very much happy. So this seems what? This seems that a child was born in a royal family and the royal child is sleeping on the bed. King is standing over there. Rest of the people are standing over there and they are quite happy. So this is the basic understanding of the story. Now my question is that who is this child may be? Here this child is none but our great Lord Buddha. In the early period or in his early childhood, he was known as Siddhartha. So here is the picture of Siddhartha in his childhood, in his infancy. Now here is the second picture. And here what could you understand from this picture? Here is the picture of Siddhartha and his wife. When after getting married, both of them are sitting on the throne. So this is the picture of Siddhartha and his wife, and the people and the subjects all are standing over there. They are coronating the king. They are coronating the prince. At the same time, they are hailing the prince. So here is the second picture of Siddhartha. Still, he is known as Siddhartha because still he has not got the enlightenment. So this is the second picture of his family life. Now here is the picture. Who is he? Try to understand. Here is the picture Already I told you the second picture talks about what? The second picture talks about Siddharth when he was on the throne with his wife. Look at the personality what he had when he was a king. He seems like a king, is it or not? Now, here in this picture, what I got? What kind of picture is there? If you look at here, one person is standing over there. Here, is it not? Here, this person seems to be what? This person seems to be a person who doesn't have least kind of intention towards the materialistic life, who doesn't have least kind of intention towards the affection, attraction, all these things. That means he has left all these attraction of the earthly world. Okay, so few persons are standing over there. Look at over. Most of the people are standing over there and they are in saddy mood. And the wife of Siddharth, she was trying to stop her husband not to go far away. So that means what you got from here? When he was a prince, look at here, what kind of personality he had. And both of them are quite happy. But the moment, what has happened? Why he is going to leave the house? Why he is going to leave the royal family? Why the lady becomes too much sad? Why the rest of the family members, rest of the people, rest of the subject, or everyone becomes too much sad? What is the behind story? What is the hidden story behind it? And apart from that, why he has left the house? Why he has left the royal pleasure? So we will understand everything the moment when we will go through the story. Now here it is, the story of BENARAS. So these pictures talks about the early description about the story, that what kind of story we are going to read. It is a kind of real based story about Siddharth, how he was born, how he passed his early life, how he passed his bachelorhood, and how he got his enlightenment. So this story is none but about the great leader, a great pious person, a great Lord Gautam Buddha. The Sermon at Benaras. This is the title of the text. Okay. Now try to understand what do you mean by the sermon at Benaras. The sermon means the religious speech. The sermon means religious speech which is given in a particular place at Benaras. So this is the place where Gautam Buddha has given his precious speech on religion, on life. So all these things we will understand that what kind of precious speech has he given at Benaras. All these things we will understand. So already I told you at the beginning of the video that we will get realistic knowledge, what to do in our life and what not to do. Because Gautam Buddha has told many things to follow. Okay, without going through useless description about the things, we will go through the story and then we will understand everything. Okay. So the story is none but a kind of religious speech which is given at Benaras by by Lord Gautama Buddha. So here is this. Before you read what is necessary, this particular segment, is to be read. One person must read before going through the story. So what is there? We need to see it. Okay. What is a sermon? Already told you, sermon is what? It's a kind of religious speech which is given in a particular place to a by a particular religious person. Okay. What is sermon? Is it different from a lecture or a talk? Can this word also be used as negative way or as a joke, as in my mother's sermon about my getting my work done on time? Okay. So religious speech, sermon, talking, discussion. What do you think about all these words? How much interrelations are there between all these words, among all these words? We need to understand how far it is different from lecture or talk. It is also uh, lecture is lecture is supposed to be different kind of things, is it? I think so. Lecture may be given on different topics, is it not? And at the same time, lecture may be based on the concrete things, or sometimes it may be based on abstract things also. But in most of the cases, uh, lectures are given in a particular place, is it not? Within the four walls, and where a particular educated persons or particular educated peoples, particular segments of peoples must be staying over there in a lecture period. But in the case of sermon, it is not necessary. Everyone could enjoy the sermon, everyone could get something from the sermon. So, this is the basic difference what you get from the sermon and lecture. So, if you want to attend, suppose that already I told you the first and foremost if the similarity is there, what I think the first and foremost uh, ability what a person should have to attend a lecture, and that is nothing but pre knowledge, is it or not, about the lecture. At the same time, it must be held within the four walls. At the same time, lecture uh, sometimes, you know, prior knowledge. At the same time, a particular segments of education or a particular segments of educational uh, segment must be present over there. So if the student belongs to arts, he is supposed to or they are supposed to attend the arts class or arts lecture. If they will attend the science or commerce classes, sometimes it will be very much difficult for them to understand all these things. So what I told you, in a lecture particular segments of educational field must be present over there in a lecture. But that doesn't mean that the rest of the people cannot attend there, may attend there, but they must have the prior knowledge. But in the case of sermon, there is no necessity to have such kind of prior knowledge to attend the sermon, because in a sermon everyone is supposed to get same kind of knowledge. And at the same time, in most of the cases or not in most of the cases, lecture is supposed to be supposed to be very much bookish. It will enrich our knowledge, not the realistic knowledge. But in sermon, in most of the sermons we get the realistic knowledge from different kinds of sermons which were given earlier. Okay, so this is the basic differences what I told you. Okay, already I told you, and I will not repeat all these things. Okay, so let's begin the text. Here it is. Gautama Buddha, look at here, time period is given over here, that means lifespan is given over here. This is the lifespan of Gautama Buddha. This is the lifespan, 563 BC to 483 BC, and you are quite well known about BC, that is before Christ. Okay, that means the before the birth of Christ, Jesus Christ. Okay, so this is the lifespan of Gautama Buddha. Began life as a prince named Siddhartha Gautama in northern India. So, early description already I told you, following the pictures. Still I am going to repeat it once again. So, how he started his early life? He started his early life as Siddhartha Gautama in northern India. Northern India means already. I think it's necessary to show you the picture of northern part is supposed to be, suppose that if this is the picture of our you know map. So this portion is supposed to be east and this portion is supposed to be west, is it or not? and this person is supposed to be north and this person is supposed to be south. So, from where he belongs to? He belongs to the northern part of India, is it or not? So, he passed his early life where? In the northern part of India. Okay, clear? Okay. At 12, he was sent away for the schooling in the Hindu sacred scriptures, and 4 years later he returned home to marry a princess. So, what happened? After 12, what happened to him? He was quite happy in his well life, is it not? So, he was sent at 12. So, when he come to the age of 12, he was sent for reading up some scriptures for schooling period. That means to learn something. Okay. So, in those days, these sort of things happen. In most of the cases, when the children they come to the age of 10 or 12, the royal family members usually send their children for getting learning, for getting the real knowledge, how to run the whole kingdom. So, he was also sent to get the schooling at the age of 12 to read the Hindu scriptures, and 4 years later, you know what happened? So, he was sent at the age of 12. After 4 years, he came back house. Is it or not? He came to the royal family. So, that means at the age of 16. At the age of 16, he comes back and he was married. That means he married to a princess. Is it or not? So, that means at the age of 16, he got married. Is it? He started his schooling at the 12. He come back to his house at the age of 16 and he got married at the age of 16 also. Is it? Now, they had a son and lived for 10 years as befitted royalty. So, they had son means both of them, the wife and the husband, that means Siddhartha and his wife, both of them they had the son, and both of them, that means they had the royal life up to 10 years after the marriage. That means they were married at the age of 16, is it not? And plus 10 years, that means up to which age they were with their royal family? They were with their royal family at the age of 26, is it or not? So, that means up to 26, Siddhartha was none but Siddhartha. He was not known as Gautama, because at up to 26, up to the age of 26, he was there with his royal pleasure, is it or not? Okay. But what is going to happen? Look at here. At about the age of 25, the prince heretofore shielded from the sufferings of the world, while out hunting, chanced upon a sick man, then an aged man, then a funeral procession, and finally a monk begging for alms. Now, here is the turning point in the life of Gautama. Here is the turning point in the life of Siddhartha. And what is the turning point? When this happens with the royal family members, most of the cases we have seen, they usually go for hunting. Is it or not? The royal family members. So, he was also sent for hunting. So, even I think he was sent or he had gone, I do not know, but he had gone for hunting. So, hunting, and the moment when he had gone for hunting, what he had seen? He had seen the real world, the real pathos of the world, the real pathetic situation of the world, the reality of the world, the cruelty of the world, the real scenario of the world, the real social condition of the people of the world. This is the first time when he had seen. So, what he had seen the moment when he had gone for hunting? He had seen a sick man. Look at over here. He had seen a sick man, then an aged man, then a funeral procession, then finally monk begging alms. So, 4 persons he had seen on the way of hunting, and all these persons are in pathetic situation. All these persons are in very bad situation, very lost situation, we may say. So, this sight so moved him that he at once went out into the world of sick and enlightenment concerning the sorrows he had witnessed. Look at over here. So, what is these sights? What I told you, the sights which he had seen the moment when he has gone for hunting. These sights moved him, these sights shattered him, these sights shattered him very severely. And what he wanted to get? He wanted to get the enlightenment concerning the sorrows he had witnessed. Regarding these sorrows, he wanted to get the enlightenment. He wanted to get the perfect knowledge of life, the truth of life he wanted to know. Now, here it is the picture. Look at over here. Here is the Buddha, Gautam Buddha, who is standing with some farmers. He wandered, look at over here, please. He wandered for 7 years and finally sat down under a peepal tree where he vowed to stay until enlightenment came. Okay, look at here, please. So, what happened? Is it a kind of simple thing for to do enlightenment or to get the enlightenment, to get the knowledge of life, to get the truth of life? No, it's not very easy thing for anyone, and even it was not also very easy thing for Gautama Buddha or Siddhartha. So that's why what he had done, he traveled the whole world for 7 years. Look at the worry. He wandered for 7 years. That means what he had done during this time? He had done nothing but he had seen the reality of the world. For 7 years, he wandered here and there, and at last, what he had done? He sat under a peepal tree to get what? And even he was bored. That means he had got the, he had taken the strong determination that he had to stay there under the peepal tree to get the enlightenment. So, in the next video, I will give you the rest of the. So, thank you for watching.